Let's get out to Renee this morning, who is in Old Town.
All right, she's celebrating Pet First Aid Awareness Month. Celebrating?
Well, basically, we just want to bring you all the 411 so you don't have to end up at the pet hospital with your furry little friend. Dr. Boyd is here with us with some of our adorable four-legged friends like Roxy, and there's Jack running all over the yard there. Oh, and I'm getting kisses, more kisses than I've gotten in a while. Thank you, boys. Dr. Boyd, with Pet First Aid Awareness Month, there is a way to check your dog or your cat at home and make it feel like you're kind of giving them a massage.
Yeah, that's right. It's like the physical exam begins at home, right? You know, the problems we run into in emergency is we get a call and someone wants to know if it's normal. And I have to ask them what's normal for their dog. So begin with petting. Begin with petting and looking at your dog.
So let's take Roxy as an example here.
Hey, but we'll talk to you in a moment. Yeah, so this is Roxy. I think the first thing to know is know what the gum color looks like in your dog. You see how there's pigment on some dogs? There's brown in spots there?
Yes, yes.
That's normal, so you don't get worried about it. And it's nice pink colored gums, and the tongue is nice and pink. And there's a little black spot on the tongue, and that's normal. But if you didn't know that, and you were worried about a problem, and you looked in the mouth, you called me at midnight, you'd be worried about going to the emergency clinic. That's not a worry in this dog.
Okay, and petting down your dog's body, what if you would feel something like a lump or, you know, something unusual?
It's the changes that are a problem. If the lump has been there and you've already talked to your veterinarian, it's not a concern, we're fine. But when there's new lumps, or when they change in character, something gets firm or it gets soft. Another thing is, you're petting and you run across one of those foxtails.
Yes, you have one, right?
Yeah, no, I don't have any on the property, so I have it in a little vial
we got it
here.
off the property, clearly.
But these little foxtails, they look like that. And those little guys, they get in your sock when you're walking through a field.
Yeah,
and
they're so annoying.
They only go one way, in. And so when a dog, since they don't have socks, it's their toes where we have a problem. And they get between the toes, and they get in the ears, and they just keep going one way, causing a problem. So after a walk, particularly this time of year, always pet your dog and feel between the toes.
Okay, so pet the dog, feel between the toes. And can we safely pull the foxtails out ourselves?
If you could grasp it, you could. The problem is they kind of just go one way, those little fibers. So most time, bring them into us and we'll take it out. It's really uncomfortable for the dog.
You're offering a free seminar, which is coming up next Wednesday from 7 to 9, and we've got all the information on our website. What kind of things are you going to cover that you really want families in San Diego to know?
We're going to do situational first aid. So things that occur at your home, or that could occur on a walk, the dog park, out in the field, or at the dog beach, and how to handle it right then, the first thing you do. Right?
One thing, rattlesnakes is going to be a pretty big concern as the summer gets here and we get a little warmer.
Yes, and so training your dog some avoidance techniques would be good, but once it occurs, you take your dog to the veterinarian. You call on your way in. Don't try putting tourniquets on and sucking, all those old things we don't do.
Wives' tales, myths, right?
Yes, we'll stay away from the wives' tales, but yes, just a tale nonetheless.
Well, what are some things that you can do to help your dog avoid rattlesnakes?
Well, that's going to be sort of behavioral training, some diversion techniques, and really voice control is the biggie. I think Trevor talked about it earlier. The voice command responding to a no. The word no is the most important word. And they'll get their attention, and you can call them back. That's the most important.
I gotta say, it's hard to say no. Look at all these love bugs around here giving us kisses and hugs, but really saying no can be the kindest thing you can do for your dog.
Boundaries are important. Dogs respect boundaries. They need structure and routine.
One thing I was surprised about this morning is you went over some indoor household items that are a big no-no for your dog. We know chocolate is one. What are some others?
Well, there's grapes and raisins we weren't thinking of in the past. We have onions and garlic. But, you know, things that we weren't thinking of in the past. These things are very important to keep away from the dogs. And the best way is for us to put them up high and out of reach, and then important to have control of the dogs so they're not jumping up on the counter, jumping up on the table.
Absolutely. Hey, chewing gum. I didn't know, but that's something that can be deadly to your dog.
Absolutely. It's the sugar-free chewing gums, and it's not all of them, but those that have that contain it, it is a real problem.
A certain chemical in
Absolutely.
those.
So what you want to do is, if your dog is, you find chewing some gum, he ate some gum, give him to the vet immediately. It's not something to wait on.
Okay, and I guess my last question is, this beautiful Great Dane Wrigley, can we take him home with us?
Wrigley is the greatest dog on earth. Yeah.
He's such a gentle giant, right?
Yeah. This is how we wish they all were.
Oh, what a cutie pie. Dr. Boyd, thank you so much. You are in Old Town, and you're a one-stop shop. You do doggy daycare, you do veterinary clinics, overnight stays, the whole shebang.
Open every day. We never close. Every hour of every day.
Okay,
So
and your
anything
free
you need.
clinic, again, it's next Wednesday from 7 to 9.
That's
and
right.
go to our website, and we'll put you in touch with everything you need to know, and you can come here and learn how to keep your four-legged friend, cat or dog, safe this season. We're live here in Old Town. Have a wonderful day. Kristen, Mark?
All right. Thanks, Renee, so much.